Hi, I'm John Pullman, professional boxing trainer, owner of Pullman's Gym in Northridge, California, and this is Pullmanomics. Welcome back to Pullmanomics. Today we have another great episode that we worked very hard on for you, and today we're going to talk about creating angles. There's a lot of ways of creating angles. There's a lot of reasons to create angles, but we're going to get started today with creating angles for defensive purposes and creating angles for offensive purposes, mostly from like the mid-range area today. Again, there's so many different ways of doing this, but we're going to get started with that one today. Okay, so here we are. We are very lucky today, actually, because we have a great left-hander and a really great right-hander that are going to help us demonstrate how to create angles various different ways. So we'll get started right now with creating angles as like a defensive tool right now, this first drill. So I'm going to have Josh in a left-handed boxing stance, right? And then AJ is going to be in a right-handed boxing stance. And when you're left-handed, for this one in particular, he's going to be going to his left when he escapes, creating an angle that way. And AJ is going to be creating an angle to his right. So if you're right-handed, you might want to focus more on him. If you're left-handed, you might want to focus more on him so that they can both help you. And first of all, just to go over, creating an angle could be something very as simple as this. Step to your left. Boom, he created an angle, right? Step to your right. He created an angle. That's using purely basic footwork to create angles. That really technically is creating an angle. We're going to get a little bit more in-depth and elaborate with the moves we're going to make right now by combining different things. So the first thing he's going to do right now is he's going to slip to his left and then escape. So he's going to combine moves, right? The first move is going to be a slip. We went over that in like boxing defense, had slips and rolls. The second one is going to be using his footwork, or it might be a couple steps and then a slide. We went over that in boxing footwork. So we're combining things to create the angle. Watch, like so. He's going to step to his left while he slips. Go slowly. He takes his left foot, he steps. And then the next move is he just slides right out of there. Just like how we did earlier with footwork. So he slips the punch, and he creates the angle to get out of there. His hands are in good position. His balance is on point. Watch AJ. He's going to step with his right foot, and then he's going to slide. Boom. With his hands up, gets his distance right. So it's using an angle to create some good room for himself and use it in his defensive way. Slip, boom, and he's out of there. Good. Boom, slip, and he's out of there. See how they combine the step? They take the step, and then they keep sliding. He makes the punch miss, and he goes. So he starts in a mid-range, in a really defensive, in a dangerous place. He's in a dangerous place because he can get hit. I shoot a jab at him, and he gets out of the way. Good. I shoot a jab or a right hand or whatever at him, and he slides right out of the way. He's slipping a straight punch and escaping. Good. Now they're going to kind of use the same direction, but they're going to roll instead of slipping. So it's another combination of moves. We went over that in boxing defense as well. If I throw like a wide hook at him and he wants to slide out to his left, he's going to get under the punch. He steps with the roll. See what he does there? The first move is freeze on that one. He takes one step, boom, his left foot and roll went, and then he just slides to create a good angle for defense. Escape. Boom. He escapes right out of there. Same thing with AJ. He takes his right foot while he rolls. Woo. Good. Then he slides. Hands are in good position. Their stance, they're paying attention to everything. Woo. Good. He escapes. Woo. He escapes. Beautiful. He escapes. Good. So when you roll, make sure you bend those knees and step. Beautiful. So those are a couple good ways of using angles for defense. Sliding out of there to his left for a left-hander and to his right for a right-hander. Here we are again, going over creating angles for a defensive purpose mainly. And we got Josh in a left-handed boxing stance. He's on this side now, and AJ is going to be in his right-handed boxing stance because we're going to create the angle for Josh. He's going to be going to his right, and for AJ, the right-hander, he's going to be going to his left because before we did the other way, right? So similar to the last time, he's going to slip first, right? But as he slips, the left-hander right here, he's going to slip and he's going to step with his right foot to his right while he slips, right? So he steps, boom. Now this is where it gets a little tricky. He's going to pivot now instead of just sliding. And the reason he's going to pivot is to maintain his boxing stance. Watch, as he slips, then the back foot pivots around to get to the side of me, create a nice angle. So he slips a straight punch that I throw, and he gets to the side of me. That pivot is the key going for the left-hander when the left-hander goes to his right. Slip, he pivots around, and then he's still in his boxing stance. That's the reason for the pivot, right? Same thing with AJ. He's going to step with his left foot, then he swings that back foot around, and then he pivots into his stance, right? Because just check it out. If he were to just step, right, and then try to slide or something, it's awkward. But when he swings his back foot around, he gets in his stance, and he's prepared. If I keep coming, he can move however he needs to move. Same thing with AJ. When he steps, boom, he pivots, and he's in his boxing stance. But look where their hands are, too. He keeps his hands in good position in case he guesses wrong or he thinks wrong for a second. If he slips, boom, and I throw something wide, his hands are still up. He doesn't just move with his hands down. His hands are still in good position just in case when you're using these angles for defense, right? He slipped, whoop, bang, good. Now he's going to roll instead of slipping. Watch. Very similar. He steps and he rolls. Same time, spins it around, right? Boom, and pivots around. Hands in good position. So they're rolling and escaping, creating the angle, going to the side. Mid-range escape. Good. Mid-range escape. Good. And then he got his distance and he's using his footwork. So he's combining the head movement and the footwork and creating little mid-range angles for defense. So here we are again. We're still going over creating angles from the mid-range, but now we're gonna kind of show some demonstrations of using the angle to not only create a good defensive move, but also to put yourself in an advantageous position to create offense, right? So here we have Josh in the left-handed boxing stance, AJ in the right-handed boxing stance, and they're facing me, right? So very similar to how he started going for a left-hander. He's going to go to his left, right? He's going to go with a slip. So he's going to slip and step to his left. Boom. But instead of continuing to just get out of there, he's going to plant his feet and throw a shot. So it'll just be a straight left hand for now, right? So he's going to slip, boom, bang. But I want to bring both his feet, right? So you're going to step, boom, bang, right? And shoot a nice left hand. So as opposed to escaping, he just, whoop, wow, bang, just like so. Same thing with a right hander. He steps with both his feet, bang, and just shoots the right hand. So he steps, whoop, bang, creates a little angle. He's creating a little angle. Whoop, bang, beautiful. Whoop, bang. I mean, and they could throw a lot of different punches. It could be an uppercut, whoop, bang. It could be a straight, bang. The punches can be a lot, different, but the position is the important part. Same move, whoop, bang, good. And you shoot an uppercut, whoop, bang, right there, good. Now instead of the slip, he's going to roll, but he's going to bring both his feet. Steps with his left foot, steps with his right foot, creates a good position, boom, right there. So he rolls under my shot. So let's just say let's just do the escape. He escapes one time, right? Whoop, he escaped that time, right? That's like earlier. Now instead of escaping, he plants his feet and fires. Whoop, bang, right? So it's one step. It starts off the same way as the escape. So let's escape one time. Whoop, he escapes, good. Then this time, I might think he's going to escape again. Whoop, bang, shoots right there. Good. Whoop, bang, good. Whoop, bang, beautiful. You could even put a punch in the front too. Like, for example, Floyd Mayweather actually does this a lot.
In some recent fights. Again, tags Gervonta with that right hand.
He'll like shoot a right hand, a lead right hand, and roll out of there. Boom, and then escape, right? So instead of punching after the angle, you could punch before the angle too, right? Bang, and then escapes, right? And then you could even, instead of just escaping, you could plant and fire again. So a right hand, boom, roll, bang, right? You could do that too, right? So for a left-hander, bang, whoop. Yeah, it's okay. Try again. Bah, whoop, bah, beautiful. Bah, whoop, bah, beautiful. Bah, whoop, bah, beautiful. Again. Bah, whoop, bah, good. Bah, whoop, bah, good. So there's some good examples of using that angle for a left-hander to his left and a right-hander to his right to put yourself in offensive advantages as well. So here we go again. Still talking about creating those angles, but now we're going to go the other direction. So Josh is in his left-handed stance, AJ's in his right-handed stance. And for the left-hander, using he's going to pivot to his right, or create an angle to his right, just how we did earlier. He's going to start with the slip. He's going to step, slip, and then pivot around. Boom. And now he's here. Instead of escaping, now he's going to fire some shots, right? That's what we're going to do. And we're just going to throw a simple 1-2. Again, you could throw various, because if you're on, just go ahead and slip and step, pivot. If he's in position, he can throw any punch. Left hand, jab, 1-2. I mean, as long as you got control of his body and he's on balance, the punches can be whatever is available. But just for the drill today, we're going to throw a simple 1-2 right now, right? So he's going to slip, step, boom, bang, bang, 1-2. Same thing with the right hander. He's going to slip, step, pivot around, position, bang, bang. Beautiful. Good. This way. Woo, pop, pop. Good. So he's right on point. Woo, bang, bang. Creates the angle. A lot of advantages to creating an angle, right? Obviously for defense and offense. He slips. I'm in a bad position. I got to turn here, right? So creating that angle really keeps your opponent off balance and confused. So, I mean, it's a really great thing if you could get him in this position. Woo, bang, bang. Let's go double jab left hand when he gets over there instead. Woo, woo, bop, bop, bop. Just to show you the control of the body, right? Woo, woo, bop, bop, bop. If you're in control of the body, you can mix up the punches. Let's go with the roll now instead. So instead of the slip, he's going to roll. Watch. Woo, and pivot. The same move we did earlier, 1-2. Bop, bop. Good. He's going to roll. Wop, bop, bop. Good. He's going to roll. Wop, bop, bop. Really conscious of his feet, really conscious of his hands, his distance, his positioning. If I reach in a little, so if I throw something really wild and deep, he might need to get a little more room. Boom, right. So you're adjusting to what's happening. You can even, again, you could punch in front of it too. Right? So let's just say he wants to throw a jab first. He'll throw a jab, and then he'll roll and watch. Roll and create an angle. Let's try that, right? So he got his positioning right. Jab, pop, roll, whoop, and then he's in position. Exactly. You're going to jab first. Pop, whoop, good. And then he got his position to shoot punches. Let's go double jab left hand over there. So jab, roll, whoop, pop, pop, bang. Beautiful. Jab, roll, whoop, pop, pop, pop. Good. Let's go with the slip now instead. So he's going to jab, and then slip with the angle, right? Pop, whoop, pop, pop, pop. Good. And when a left-hander is going to his right with this, or a right-hander is going to his left with this particular move, a lot of times it's easier to punch with the arm with the direction you're going to go. For this one. Not always, but a lot of times you don't always have to do that, but sometimes it flows better, right? So if he uses his left hand, for example, and he jabs, he's probably going to occupying my right hand, right? So that's the way he's probably going to want to go because this hand's occupied, right? So it's actually a good way to go. He's going to jab, bang, whoop, right. Pop, pop, pop. Good. Pop, whoop, pop, pop, pop. Good. And it also flows kind of easier with his body if he uses his left hand and goes out. Well, let's slip this time. Jab, pop, slip, boom, pop, pop, bang. Good. One more time with the slip. Pop, whoop, pop, pop, pop. Good. Let's go with the roll. Pop, whoop, pop, pop, pop. Good. Let's go with the roll. Pop, whoop, pop, pop, pop. So it's very good moves if you can master them. 1, pop, 1, pop, 2, 3, pop. Okay, so here we have Josh. He's going to be in a good left-handed boxing stance on a heavy bag. And we're going to use the heavy bag now. It's really actually a good tool to practice your angles on because it's going to stay in one spot for you so you can really take your time and get yourself in the right positions while you use your angles. Because when you do have an opponent in front of you, it's a lot harder sometimes to create those angles, especially when they're moving their feet too. So it becomes a whole nother thing. But here we have Josh, and he's in a bag. And I'm going to help him out with these little sticks too to kind of guide him and help him practice his moves while he creates his angle. So the first thing he's going to do is he's going to go to create an angle to his left. But we're going to do a drill simple here. He's going to shoot a straight left hand, so he's putting offense in the front to give me something to think about. Then he's going to roll underneath, boom, create an angle. Basic footwork, his left foot, then his right foot. Now he's got a good position on the back to hit it with a good left hand. So that's going to be the first drill, right? So he's going to throw a good left hand and roll. Boom, step, bang, then he fires another good left hand. Good. And he's going to do it again. Bang, whoop, bang. So he's creating a good angle on that bag. Real basic, real simple, but effective. Again. Bang, whoop, bang, good. Now instead of rolling, he might slip, but if the footwork's the same, he's just going to change what he's going to do with his upper body. Bang, whoop, bang, because when he's in the mid-range, it's really good if he moves his head as well. Because if he just shoots a left hand and just steps and doesn't do anything with his head, I mean, it could be really, you could move into a punch where you move two, but it's better if you do move your head in some fashion while you're this close. So I'll say we're going to do the same angle, but it's either going to be a slip or a roll. So I'm just going to call out to him, slip or roll, and he's going to have to combine his thinking and his body together, right? So it's going to be a left hand, create the angle, and another left hand along with whatever I say. We're going to go roll, bang, whoop, bang, beautiful. We're going to go slip, bang, whoop, bang. So his feet are in order, his head's moving in order, his hands are in good position. He's getting good position and balance and leverage to throw a nice shot when he's in position. Roll, bang, step, bang, good. He might add a hook at the end now just to add another punch on. Watch, roll, bop, whoop, bop, bop. So you don't have to stop at one punch when you get that position. Slip, whoop, bang, bang, beautiful. So that's really good for him going to his left. Now we're going to go to the right, right? So I'm going to, on this one in particular, I'm going to have him jab first. So he's going to throw a jab, bang, then he's going to roll and step with his right foot and pivot around, right? Let's try that again. Jab, roll, pivot around. Beautiful. So now he's getting our angle to his right. Bah, whoop. And then when he gets there, he's going to give me a double jab left hand. Bang! So not only does he create the angle, he's going to capitalize on it with some more offense. Jab, roll, whoop, bang, bang, bang. Beautiful. He can do the same thing with a slip. Jab, slip and step at the same time, pivot around. Good. Slip again. Whoop. Beautiful. Then he's going to roll. Whoop. Beautiful. Then he's going to slip. Whoop. Excellent. So these are some really good angles that he's creating and a really good drill to really concentrate and work on creating those basic angles. So here we have AJ, and he's going to be in a good right-handed boxing stance, and we're going to be using the heavy bag to work on creating our basic angles, right, with basic footwork. So here he is in a good boxing stance, right? And the first thing we're going to do, the right-hander, is he's going to get to his right, okay? And we're going to start this way. He's going to shoot a straight right hand, so give me something to think about. Then he's going to roll and step to his right, boom, and he's going to throw another right hand to capitalize on his angle. So everything's on point. His feet, he got good balance, he's ready. He's at a mid-range right here, right? He shoots a straight right hand, rolls under my shot, and gets on the side and cracks. So I'm helping him with these sticks to guide him too. So he's in a good boxing stance, right? While you're in the mid-range too, throw your right hand, roll. It's very important to move that head as you cut through that danger zone, right? Because if he were to just step from that position, right? Step, he could step right in. I mean, hands up good too, it's good technique, but if you could create a head movement as well, it'd be a little better for you. So let's go. He's going to right hand roll, step, create the angle, bang, fire. Feet are underneath him good. This time he'll slip instead of rolling. So watch, he can throw his right hand, step and slip, bang, beautiful. Again, right hand, step, bang, really good. Might add a hook at the end too. Go ahead, whoop, bang, bang, excellent. This time he's going to do it with the roll. Bang, whoop, bang, bang, beautiful. Real good basic footwork and basic angle creation using head movement and footwork. Go, roll. Bah, whoop, bang, bang. Good. Now he's going to slip. Bang, whoop, bang, bang. Beautiful. Now we're going to work on the other side. The other side, basic angle creation. So he's going to shoot a jab this time for the sake of the drill. Now he's going to step with his left foot as he rolls and pivot his right foot around. Whoop, just how he did in the ring earlier. Create a nice angle, and he's in good position when he gets there. So he jabs. Step, roll, pivot. Now he's here. When he's here, I'm going to have him throw a double jab right hand. Bang, just to capitalize and to gather himself with the double jab. Let's go jab, roll, step, pivot, bop, bop, bang. Excellent. So he's creating that angle, and he's landing punches when he does it. Bang, whoop. Excellent, good. Do it again, roll, whoop. Bang, same footwork, but he's going to slip this time. So he's going to jab, slip, bop, bop, bang. We're pivoting around real nice and getting himself in a good stance. Again. Bop, whoop, bop, bop, bop. This time he's going to roll. Whoop. Excellent. One more time with the slip. Whoop. Let's try that one again. Slip. Whoop. Bop, bop, bop. Good. He got his feet in good order. Right? So that's very important. When you're creating those angles is to keep your feet and your head right in the right coordination, right? So the bag is really good to practice those on. And I was actually helping him too with the stick. But if you have a heavy bag, that's okay. That's great. If you don't have a heavy bag, that's fine too. You could put anything on the floor and just kind of create your angles around it and shadow boxing it the air. Just remember, do whatever you can with whatever you can. Okay? Being a fighter or being good at boxing, you have to be resourceful as well. So if you have equipment, really great equipment to use, that's great. But if you don't, that's okay. That won't stop you either. I was watching a movie the other night, The Outfit, and it's about a tailor, if you will, that takes his craft very serious. And he started talking at the end, and it made so much sense. If you don't aim for perfection, you can't make anything great. True perfection is impossible. It's not perfect. You have to make your peace with that. How? You sit at your board, you lay out your tools, and you start again.
Action.
My man.